Hey everybody, welcome in. Welcome in. It is the for whoever reading, for whoever needs to hear this message. Sorry, Charlie, I'm sitting on your tail. I'm sorry. So let's see where we go. This message is for whoever needs to hear it. I will pull cards on each zodiac sign that does show up. I will do that in the extended. There is an extended for this. I'm going to continue with the yearlies, the annual forecasts. On Monday, we will do, I think it's Cancer and Leo. And then Wednesday, we'll wrap it up with Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. All right. Those of you who said you really want my individual zodiac readings. All right. What else do you want to see? Do you want to see Air, Fire, Earth, Water back again? Like, what do you like? I'm really interested because we are shaking things up for 2022, and I want to make sure I keep the things that people want to see. All right, as I'm expanding my repertoire. Okay, so let's see where we go. You'll hear more about that coming up. Also, several questions this last week about the spiritual business class. Yes, we are doing that again in January. That is happening. So if you have a business, a spiritual business you'd like to get up and running, or you'd like to get a business up and running with a spiritual perspective, like how to handle that from your spiritual path, that's what we do. That's what we're doing. So that's going to happen in January. You'll see that posted. Also, Jakara is back. Jakara is coming back, and she's going to do a really amazing class about how to get your hands around twin flame, how to understand where you are on that path. She's just phenomenal. So that's also happening. That'll happen in December. Okay, let's see where we go. I think that's next week. I think Jakara's class is next week. All right, for whoever needs to hear this message, first of all, everything's going to be okay. Boy, woo! Sometimes it just comes in like that. For whoever's going to be okay. Loyal heart, it's going to be okay. Treasure Island. Yeah. Breathe. It's going to be okay. All right. And I spent some time over the holiday with my cousin Judy, and one of the things she said to me, she said a lot of stuff to me that was really relevant and good. When you're in that place of like fear or anything like that, she knows she can get herself out of it, because she was one time traveling through, I think it was Czechoslovakia, and damn near got kicked off the train. They didn't think, there was a very big communication problem. She didn't think she had enough money to continue on, but she figured it out and did not get kicked off that train. So I'm here to tell you, whatever you can point to in your life that shows you can overcome something, make that a mantra. She always says to herself when she feels up against it, she's like, I didn't get kicked off that train. If I didn't get kicked off that train in Czechoslovakia, then I'm good. I can handle anything. And so you want to find yourself a mantra like that. So if you ever get sort of up against it, all right, it will help you. It will help you a lot. It will help you a lot. All right, let's see where we go. I love that. I didn't get kicked off the train, so I can do it. I can do anything. Four of Wands, Queen of Cups, Judgment, Three of Wands. Woo! Ace of Pentacles, beautiful energy here. Page of Pentacles, Four of Cups, 10 of Swords. Where are we going here? 7 of Cups and 9 of Swords. See what I'm saying? Like, I feel like some of you are going down a rabbit hole a little bit. That kicked off the train story might be helpful. All that needs to happen here is you just need to learn something else. You need to learn something new, whether it's about relationships, whether it's about, what you want in your life, because we are going to have Venus going into retrograde December 19th, I think it is. And it's also aligning with Pluto. And that can be, there's that. And then there's also the energy of the eclipse that we've just kind of wrapped up. It was an eclipse cycle from 2020 all the way till just this past weekend, yesterday. And you're definitely going to feel that for a while. And one of the things I said the other day about the eclipse cycle is, what have you learned in the past 2 years? It's now time to integrate it. I feel like some of you are like, did the lessons, like I learned it, like I know, I see the lesson, I have awareness around it. I walk toward it, right? I walk toward it. I got the message. All right. I got the message. I'm leading with my heart. or I'm following my heart. I got it. But I think now there's going to be some challenges that will show up that will force you to prove that you learned something. Not just like, okay, everything's going to go along. I knew I needed to learn that lesson, but now something's coming along here that might turn you around a little bit. And we're going to feel that eclipse energy until, because the eclipse is alignment with north and south nodes. And you know me, I'm all about the north and south node on this channel. North node is the thing you're here to learn in this lifetime. And I don't know that it comes all in bulk. Some of us, hold on. Then we have tower moments and things like that. Do you want to learn like that? Or would you like to learn a little more incrementally? I think that's one of the things that I can see shifting out of this, lack of awareness of the problems or the challenges. And okay, maybe I'll do a little spiritual work and then boom, I got a tower and I got to learn big really fast. Would you prefer to learn more incrementally instead of having those tower moments, right? And it really is about awareness. It is about paying attention to what is coming across your path. It's about integrating those lessons. So it's not enough to buy the Peloton. You got to get on the Peloton and do the classes or do the rides or something like that. You've got to actually use the information in your life, okay? It's not enough to just be aware of the relationship issues. If you're going to go back and attract the same person, well, you will attract the same kind of person in a different meat suit, but what do you do with that now? Have you learned that lesson? And, some of us learn those lessons, but then fall blind when, or fall like into lack of awareness when that same feeling of love comes through that really isn't love at all, PS, but that same person or the same lesson, maybe in a different person comes through, and we just kind of abandon all of our learning. So I feel like that's what's coming through here. And, the Judgment card is the awareness. Like if you're manifesting relationship, if you're manifesting 1111, if you're manifesting, right, 1111 twin flame, if you're manifesting that, it's being offered to you, right? Look at this. So Ace of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Pentacles again with this page, and then look, the Ace of Cups over here. But if we are continuing to look backwards, so some of you who have been in third-party situations, vowed never again and all that stuff, you may have another third-party situation show up, and it may show up differently. It may show up in terms of your work, triangulation in your work, right? Someone, there's you and your boss or something like that, and then there's a third party that is kind of intervening in that, and you may not see it as the same thing, but it is the same thing, okay? So I feel like that's what's happening here. You might get confused, turned around, up in your head, and you might just forget about the lesson. Like, very few people really change until there's actual pain. The less aware you are, so that's one of the best reasons to be on the spiritual path, is even though, it's just that you're being aware of all these lessons. It may seem like it sucks, but I would rather be on the path and see the lessons and integrate them rather than be, blissfully unaware, moving through life, like a newborn kitten, and then boom, like these big things happen. And it's like, why did that happen? Everything was going fine. No, not really. Like you just weren't paying attention, or you weren't seeing that it was the same lesson. So the same lesson is showing up again. All right. And it's showing up again. And so what is your reaction to it? I'm going to clarify this a little bit here. 5 of Wands, Page of Swords, Hermit. Oh, thank God. 8 of Swords. I do feel like some of you are going to reach out to a teacher, because this feels to me like, it is a little challenging to be your own teacher. You can be your own shaman. You definitely can. But sometimes it is a little more challenging. Like I'm, starting to do, I reached out to a meditation coach and things like that, because even though I've been doing it for a long time, I'd like to learn something new about it. I'd like to learn TM, or I'd like to learn, right? I'd like to learn something new. Just because you have had success at something doesn't mean at a certain point it needs to be tweaked. It needs to be updated. It needs to, move forward. And I feel like some of you may have a teacher coming in, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, really clear out your mindset here. This confusion, this Seven of Cups, like I'm not really sure where I want to go, or I have a lot of, lack of clarity. It's just very fuzzy. And then other people, some of you may also have other people showing up to hold a mirror up to that lesson and get you to be more proactive. Okay. So this Hermit is showing up, and this person is a teacher or a guide. This could also be you opening up to your spirit guides more, and then like kind of shutting down because either it's, you just kind of go back into your old patterns and it kind of disappears because intuition is quiet. Sometimes tower moments can be like breakthroughs too. And I prefer to see it as the Judgment card, which is what you're getting. And, you've had these breakthroughs, you've had this change in your life, and now it's really time to anchor it. The North Node, when we have the eclipses, we're really talking about the nodes of the moon also moving, right? They're moving now from Gemini, Sag. The North Node is moving into Taurus. It always goes retrograde. So it's moving into Taurus. And, Taurus is the energy of what do you value? It can be about money or love or anything, but it's like, what is your value? What are your values around these things? And, with Venus going retrograde, it's aligning with Pluto. Again, more Venus can be about money too. It's not just about love. It's about what you consider to be important. What do you value? What do you want in these relationships? So if something comes across your path in another framework, right? In another, you might have attracted narcissistic partners in the past, and now you have a narcissistic boss or something like that. It shows up a little differently. And can you go, aha, I see you, and I'm going to do it, right? This is about integrating the knowledge. And you can also be stepping into your role as a teacher or healer or a guide. Okay. You can also be doing that. But I feel like it's like the teacher, you are the teacher and the student at the same time. You don't just become a teacher and all of a sudden you don't learn anything. You don't just become this like wise soul without having also teachers that help you. It's a big responsibility to be a teacher. And for those that take it seriously, they are constantly learning. They're constantly bringing new things to the table. They're constantly curious about their particular, whatever they're teaching, they're constantly working on it. So I think that's the message here too. I do feel like something is coming in here and it's challenging you to prove that you have learned lessons. So we'll see where we go here. I see Virgo. It's really the only one. I see Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So those signs, we can look at those in the extended and see where we go. Okay. New lesson. Old lesson, new clothes. All right. The link is below if you want to continue on with me. I'll see you over there.